I mean, the original voice actress for the original voice actor for Meowth was male to female, and could still do the Meowth voice for a long period of time in the English dub.
Meow.
So it's not the cat that's with Team Rocket in the Pokemon anime. So
Oh,
it's just still like
that!
a
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
yeah, like it. She transitioned during the time of the show, but some trans voice actors can still do their previous voices, but depending on how long they go in hormones, they eventually
Probably,
can't.
yeah, makes sense.
And I don't know how long this actress has either been on hormones or transitioning. Either way, I'm happy for her.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, with this very happy note for once, that's a rare thing. I'm feeling almost
right?
horrible for ruining it, but here I go once again. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where ANY and Keyframe wonder about random dribble. And today with us, it was an uphill battle. The podcast gods threw obstacles in our way last week, but we were persistent and we were like, no, we are getting Rigo back on the show, and we did. Hello and welcome
After
back.
2 years now?
I believe so.
Like, I think the last time we
Yeah.
got you was when I was in Everfree in 2019. And the show was delayed because
Yeah,
I got
it's been a
stuck in
while.
because an elevator got stuck, which is my absolute nightmare.
I
but
love it. But
Oh,
but
damn.
yeah, we're happy to have you back on, Rigo,
Yes.
on Not Your Phone.
Thank you. It's so good to be back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
I don't
oop,
know why the podcast gods were so against me coming back. I was literally sprinting
but,
to get back home.
Eventually, we did a Kratos. Kratos killed them, and here you are. But yeah, since
Hooray.
Yes.
it has been a while, and since we might or might not have messed with the timeline by killing entire gods, just to have you here, please do fill us in and our audience out there. Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
Well, I go mostly by Watchpony or watchpony.com, where the
Are you-
website is a
One of them
little,
bronies.
but now we do dubstep.
Sorry, now you do.
Yes, we specialize in bronies, but slowly trying to transition out. But honestly, just it's kind of becoming a one-man project now, so I'm struggling just to make videos at all. But I'm still doing it because I still have an audience and I still want to, keep them entertained. So basically, just MLP top tens, slowly trying to transition out into other top tens, but nowadays top tens are
Generalized
so
content?
saturated. I want to try and make it. Yeah.
Fingers.
So I've been
crossed.
branching out, doing live streams, let's have lunches, trying to get into gameplay. But other than that, I'm just just trying to just keep my channel alive.
Welcome to the variety streamer family, Rigo. Join us. Join
Thank
me.
you.
But what's been going
Thank
on
you.
recently for you?
I accept your welcome. Well, due to COVID, I haven't been able to work on the channel as much because I needed to earn money so I could stay in my apartment in LA. But jobs in LA have taken a sharp decline, so I had to move back to my old hometown in Northern California. And that's where I found 2 new jobs that are very busy. I'm very grateful because I have a lot of hours, but they steal a lot of time from me making videos. So really, I haven't had so much time to edit, and I've been working practically every single day.
Oh,
I work
shit.
at this restaurant. It's very 5-starry,
Oh,
called Blue,
restaurants.
and
Oh,
it's spelled
no.
like the French spell blue.
Bleh.
So it's very
Bleh.
fancy. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I can relate. I mean, just look when my channel started declining and the content started slowly but surely fizzle out, transition more from high editing to me just doing reactions and first impressions and stuff. This was 2014, coincidentally the year when I started working full time. Yeah, I mean, and
I my content slowed down because I started working full time, but at least I'm working full time in the animation industry.
Exactly.
So, And I
Working
still
like
gain
3 jobs.
subscribers every day. How does that work? Someone tell me.
Should we check my analytics?
Oh God,
awesome.
do we?
My
Yeah,
analytics,
please.
my analytics are beautiful. Let me see if there's anything on the analytics page that I don't feel like sharing. Oh no, this is the wrong button. Like for example, real life
man,
names and shit.
I'm
But
scared.
okay, is there anything on this page? No. Where's the there it is. Oh, this is actually like if I look at it, like look at this here. Nah. This is actually an improvement, minus 19 in the last 28 days. Normally I'm around minus 30 to 40 each month.
Wait,
My
did I
chat-
finally surpass you in subscribers?
Oh yeah, you did. I mean, we since we are moving counter direction,
Congrats.
I mean, you get subscribers. I literally have been
Okay,
bleeding
do I
subscribers for
wanna
years.
Do I want to be mean and show my current subscriber thing with the little? I'll put it in chat.
Do it.
So, open link.
Own it. We have very few achievements, so be proud.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take it. Look at that. Oh God, they can't see the line over the live sign.
Oh wait. I can figure that out. Boop, boop.
Oh wow.
There it is. Boop, boop.
I'm assuming that a lot of these people come from the friend lock that Derek did. So
Also,
I mean,
this is also not to piss on your parade, but it's just not just a pet peeve of mine. A lot of people are like, this is a fucked up graph. Just to point out, the bottom line of the graph is 21.5k subscribers. The top of it is 21.8, which is not.
it still says. I mean, I
know.
gained 217
Yes, I just wanted
subscribers in
to-
the last 28 days.
I just that's
You
what I'm
can't
wanting.
piss on this.
No, I didn't mean to piss on
I can
your
invest in it.
achievement.
Stonks.
It's just like
Keyframe stonks.
yeah.
Yes, I am Dogecoin. As soon I will be up to $1, and everyone who bought like 500
To
of
the
me
moon.
can go to the moon. I didn't buy it because I don't support cryptocurrency. But yes, Rigo, anything else going on in your life now that you're back in the Bay Area? Or are you more in Fresno area?
I'm in the mountains. I'm
Oh,
not afraid to say where I am right now. I live in a small
Okay.
mountain town of Mammoth Lakes, California. It's a really nice ski resort town. So it's very small, but it has a lot of LA people coming over. So it's pretty much kind of like a second home. And restaurant jobs, man, I swear they're tough. I like have to frantically chop onions, have to like frantically help people make sandwiches and do all this and that. It's insane.
Do you have any fun Karen or
but I
Kyle
have been-
stories?
I don't have a very fun Karen or Kyle stories because thankfully my town has very few of those, and I am so grateful, especially during COVID times. But I'm not immune. I actually just recently chopped off a chunk of my thumb
Ooh.
while dicing green onions. Yeah, you can see right now, kind of like it's blurry, but that it's all healed.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's blurry.
But
It's
when
censored
this,
for the audience.
No, I actually have a bloody picture of when it actually
I'd
happened.
rather
It's
not.
fine. It's fine.
Just for my records.
But I feel so bad that it's green onions. There's nothing worse than cutting yourself with something and then but you're cutting something acidic. Salt in the wound
Actually,
is nothing
believe
to
it
onion juice in the wound.
Believe it or not, when I cut my finger, it was because I was just dicing so fast that I just my thumb just didn't move out of the way fast enough, and it just clean off. And I was like, it's bleeding like crazy. I put in a Band-Aid, it's still bleeding like crazy. But weirdly enough, my coworker who came up with the homemade remedy that is insane. She actually was peeling red onions, and you know how red onions, when you peel them, sometimes the first few layers they have that little plastic film. They have like that little plastic layer that's like just transparent. she said that this can actually help with the cuts. So I was expecting it to sting. I was expecting like onion juice to like have it hurt. I already put one of those alcohol swabs, and that already hurt like hell. But when she put that plastic film on top, it was like clinging plastic wrap on it. It literally stopped
Huh.
the bleeding. And I'm like, wait, this is actually working. So then I
That's
put
some
an actual
Bear
band-aid on
Grylls
it. It
shit
doesn't
right
hurt.
there.
And amazingly, I kept working. I didn't even go to the hospital because after I treated my thumb, I was like, wait, this thing cuts clean off. Where's the chunk? So I went back to the cutting board
Oh,
and I found
no.
the chunk of my thumb. And when I
Ah!
picked it up, it was pure skin and nail. And that's when I was
Do
like,
we
this is
have to put
clean.
a
There's no
disclaimer at the
blood.
beginning
No
of this
more!
video?
No more! Please! I'm disgusted. Oh, I hate that kind of stuff. I don't like things happening to fingers. I don't like things happening to eyes. I can't. No, please stop. I'm gonna throw up.
Don't worry. But look, see, like that's the point I'm trying to get to. It was nothing but skin and nail, so I essentially didn't cut any flesh. So
I
I
mean,
essentially
awesome.
remedied myself super quick, and that was it.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
so it
Awesome.
could have been way worse,
Neato
and I'm so
burrito.
glad I got really
Please
lucky.
move on.
Torture porn, my favorite movie, genre of movie. Not.
Now you know how
Not.
I feel whenever you guys do the Mary fucking kill. Last time
Oh,
I was
coming.
here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coming up
Is
again.
this the revenge? Is this the revenge?
This is your payback,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Neat. So, any other fun stories, or can we move on to our painfully boring lives?
Nah, my life has been getting a little more boring because of work, or should I say repetitive, but every day I try to make it more exciting. I've been helping myself out. I went through a few breakups, but I'm getting myself back together. I meditate every day. I do yoga every morning. I've been drinking powder shakes. I've been working out at the gym, and honestly, I feel so great. Like it is so good to be
I relate to the gym
alive
part,
right
dude.
now, even though I'm just working.
That
Yeah.
is good.
Oh my gosh, I felt so happy when gyms reopened. Oh, quick
Same.
question. What do you listen to when you work out?
I mean, lifting, I'm not sure anymore. I'm still like working it up because I have shitty shoulders because I had both of them pulled out of my socket when I was little. So this is still a work in progress. I can shoulder press up to 70 on a good day, which is actually pretty good for how shitty my shoulders are. But I can bench around. I think I'm getting close to 100, but you know, it's not. I'm not strong up here as much as I am down in my lower because I can deadlift. I was able to do a set of 130 the other day, which is like my weight. And then I was able to get a new squat record with 140 pounds. People can convert that to kilos however they want. But yeah, so I'm getting back into that, but that's only after a month of going back to the gym. So I'm very happy that my muscle memory remained. So we're getting there. We're getting there. My arms are getting back to being defined as well as beefy. Even though everyone says that I had beefy arms throughout all of quarantine, which, you know, I'm perfectly fine with. I'm glad that I'm not being compared to spaghetti anymore. But yeah, so did that answer your question? Is he dead? Did he die? He's just smiling.
Yeah, his smile might be frozen.
My sick gains killed him.
Kinda, apparently. I
I
mean,
mean,
his
should we
internet
just move on to our lives?
I guess so. I mean, his internet seemed kind of spotty before. Hopefully he... Oh no! The podcast gods! We have not completely killed them. They are still partially alive. Or
Yeah.
their curses down. But yeah, I guess
I
one
mean,
of us can
he'll-
probably jump on our weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much happen besides got my first shot of the German juice. I'm covering up the part with the code because that's what people do to make counterfeits of these.
Oops.
But I'm covering it up with my thumb, so that's fine. But yeah, got my first shot, getting my second shot in May. So that's soon I'll be able to lick doorknobs again, my only dream in this world. Exactly. But besides that, life has been painfully boring. Getting gains at the gym, doing all that stuff. I got called a Keyren this week, which was okay. So I guess that story. I was called a Keyren for a dumb reason though. I was waiting outside the gym for Golden to pick me up, and I'm just on my phone. I'm doing this, and there's these three.
Oop. Okay, now I need
Hello.
to.
Oh, wait.
I should be able to.
There's me and me.
Pew! There's an only you, and now I need to remove him. Blob. Nope, that was not him. Blob? Ah, found him.
Okay, there we go. There was these three very white fuckboys, and I'm saying, and their race will make sense in a moment. And they have like this like beat going on their phone, like like a rap beat kind of thing, and they're freestyling. I originally thought they were doing a TikTok or something, which wouldn't be out of the ordinary, because I had to deal with fucking TikTok people in the
Yeah, but
Hello.
hello.
Don't worry,
Oh,
Rigo.
man.
I'm just talking about me getting called a Keyren.
Okay. All right. Sorry about this. I guess in the mountains, my internet reception's a little worse.
I mean, it's okay. We'll work with it as we do.
Exactly.
But
All right. That should only happen once, so I think I should be good.
Okay.
Don't
But
you jinx it.
yeah, so there's three white fuckboys in front of the gym, and they're freestyling, and I only have one headphone in so I can hear Brett's car, because I listen to things sickeningly loud on my headphones apparently. And I hear them freestyling because they're only like 4 feet away, and they're dropping like 50 N-bombs, and I'm like, oh my lord. And and it's like every other word. And outside of that, the lyrics they were making were insanely misogynistic. And
Go
I
N-word,
don't
go N-word, go N-word, go. Go. It's even fitting because the original song has also an N-word in there.
Go white boy, go white boy.
Go ninja,
But
go.
it's just, but no, it's just like they're talking about hoes sucking their dicks and calling them all N-words and stuff. And eventually it's like, okay, I'm doing something. There are multiple African American people leaving and coming into the gym in their earshot, and I'm just like, this isn't okay. So I tell them, hey, that's not your word, so stop it. And they're just like, shut up, you fucking Keyren. It's like, a Keyren would encourage this behavior.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
of all. And I'm just like, I'm just like, it's not your word. There's multiple black people coming in and out. They probably don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't have tolerance for this kind of bullshit. I'm sorry that I don't have tolerance for racism. Oopsie doopsie, and they're just like, you want to fucking say that again? It's like, yeah, I'll fucking say it again. And I almost got into a fight, but then Brett came, and I was like, yeah, just fuck off, and I went into the car and left. Because I'm not scared of a few like pasty ass white teenagers dropping N-bombs who apparently think it's okay to threaten a woman. Like, fuck off, man. Like, seriously. It's not your word. It's not okay to say it. It's like, it's especially not okay to say it in relation to saying that you're gonna fuck African American women and then beat them. Like, you're, like, being Lil Wayne wannabes. I don't stand that. So fuck off. So that was the highlight of my week, honestly, was just being able to tell racists that they're being racist.
Well, I'm not sure if I can compete with that.
Well, yeah, but besides that, my life has been painfully boring. So go on ahead.
I
Damn
got.
it. I kind of wish you kicked their asses.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Would have been a
probably
more
could, but I don't want to.
satisfying.
I don't want to be charged with assault.
I mean, you are a damsel. How could you be the perpetrator, huh? They would have been the one. I mean,
Yeah,
they,
no, I don't know. I don't know if they would
Uh,
press charges because that would have to admit that they got kicked,
also true.
their asses kicked by a girl, and I don't think they want to
Yeah,
admit that.
yeah, it's just like, oh wow, it's so like, I am nothing but a damsel in distress.
Exactly.
I don't know how I could handle 3 skinny boys rapping outside of a gym instead of doing the purpose of a gym. Oh, what will I do? But yeah, that was the highlight of my fucking. I hate this square format because then my arms are just completely out of frame.
You have to go one arm at a time. Oh. Actually,
I,
I haven't been working out in 1.5 years or even longer. Not sure.
yeah,
there's
my
nothing
my
left.
camera lighting is very soft, so it's not being kind, but I'm actually really proud because I actually have like some of those line definitions, which is like, it's coming back. I missed you. I missed you definition.
My left, but not on my right.
Well, I
You
mean,
can
are you
see the
right-handed or
left.
left-handed?
I'm right-handed, and for
Well,
a
that
while
makes
my
sense.
right hand
Your
was
left
actually way bigger
side,
than my left.
like your
So I had
entire
to-
non-dominant side, is always going to be unevenly strong, which is why they encourage to have a good center of gravity, so you're not leaning against something, thus putting more strain on one side of your muscles, which does cause uneven muscle. I don't know, muscle memory is the right word, just strength. But yeah, Max, tell us your fun adventures. Kill any dragons?
Nah, maybe it depends on the interpretation. No, we were adulting. Yay!
Ugh.
Like, yeah. The thing is, yesterday was a national holiday in Germany, which means unlike I have to probably explain this to Americans. A holiday means everything is closed, otherwise it's not a holiday. So yeah, everything is really closed on a national holiday. I mean, kind of exceptions are restaurants and stuff because now we have time
People
to actually
go to
there.
restaurants to eat on holidays.
But then again, we have Rona, so they are not open anyways. Da 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 da.
But
No,
yeah,
but
you
yeah.
told me you were doing housekeeping and going through
so-
your basement,
but,
all that fun stuff.
But yeah, the actually the fact that yesterday was a national holiday had some fun repercussions, or in this case pre-percussions, because now we suddenly had to do more stuff before the Saturday. So we got pretty far in the moving in process, but Denim still was in need of a cupboard, a shelf of her own. And so she picked one out from IKEA, and we're like, okay, Thursday, stores are closed. In order to get this one, we need to go there on Friday, because come on, a single IKEA cupboard, you do not order a delivery service for a single cupboard. Come on, we are two young adults in our 30s. We can handle a single IKEA cupboard, right? Right?
Right.
So, we made it barely off the IKEA park. So it came in 2 boxes. And we still try to figure out how to transport it best and whatnot. So yeah, we made it off. We just made it off the IKEA parking area when me having the long part on my shoulder just and I should probably explain that this IKEA is like a 20-minute walk from our flat. So I had the long one on my shoulder, while Denim was carrying the smaller box, which was not light either. And yeah, it was like I turned back and she is like quite a bit behind me, and it's like, no, A, out of shape, B, for medical reasons, no heavy lifting, especially not 20-minute walk, we have to get a car. So what we ended up doing was I waited there with the boxes. Denim ran back, came back with a car. So we put the stuff on the car, and we were like, okay, what do we do now? Do we push the car the entire 20 minutes home? Do we have to take it? Do we take it on a tram, which is like a light train or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. To then take it, but the tram doesn't get all the way home either. So we would then have this light what? Anyway.
Light rail.
Light rail. That's the word. Yeah. But then we would still have the same problem of having two boxes and not being sure how to get them from the tram or the remaining way home. So what we ended up doing is, well, we have this nice cart here. It doesn't have any electronical locks, which keeps us from taking the cart a little bit further from the store. So we took the cart all the way home, like pushing the stuff.
Please tell me that you guys eventually returned it.
That's our hallway.
Max!
What?
Max, that is a very shitty thing to do. You gotta bring it back.
We brought it back. We brought it back yesterday.
Good,
It was Friday late.
That is...
It was Friday late evening. So we took it all the way to us at home to unload it, all the stuff. But then on Saturday, when it was all closed business anyways, then it returned the car to the store.
It reminds me, sorry, but I can't hear someone taking a shopping cart without remembering a Stephen Mucola TM story.
Oh boy.
So may I tell it?
Sure.
Okay, so
Go
my
for it.
father, Mr. Stephen Bucola, God rest his soul, when we lived in New York, there was a grocery store just right around the corner. We lived in such a good location. And, you know, my dad had trouble walking for a long period in my life, before we even moved to Indiana and stuff. But he was a stubborn man and didn't want to own a walker. So what does this man do one day? You know, me and my mom come home because we were like, I think my mom took me to the library for a summer reading thing, and we were walking back. And we see a shopping cart in front of our house. And my mom's like, Steven, why is there a King Cullen cart in front of our house? And my dad is sitting on the stoop, you know, just enjoying the day, feeding the birds breadcrumbs. I realize in retrospect we shouldn't feed birds breadcrumbs, but that's what we did with expired bread. We'd literally break it up in the bread bag and throw it to the birds.
You don't?
I heard that it's not the best thing to give them. That may be ducks, because the bread
It
inflates
swells up in their
stomach.
stomach.
Yeah, but maybe...
Yeah, it swells up their stomach.
Yeah, but, you know, it was tiny crumbs. It was
Okay.
we're not feeding them whole fucking slices. But my dad is just looks my mom dead in the eyes and was like, no one said a word. It's like, Steven, that's not a reason to do it. And he's like, no one stopped me.
Well.
And my dad was just so genuinely confused of why he was mad. People in the Bronx did it all the time. Steven! It was so like, this was before my mom and dad would get into actual fights, so my mom is like trying not to laugh. But my dad is just so like, he was like, fuck it. They have like 100 of them. And it's just like, and I'm just watching this like, where are we gonna put it? Because we're not. And you know, my dad put it in the garage, and whenever he wanted to walk to the gas station and stuff, you just see this fucking Marlon Brando ass looking man leaning against the shopping cart walking down the street. And no one said anything.
Yeah,
the man had a point. But I'm just kind of like, how is using a shopping cart to walk less embarrassing than using an actual walker? It also was intriguing because this is the same man who, when we went to Disney World, rode an electric scooter with pride doing donuts in front of the Tower of Terror.
Well,
I don't get. I never understand you, Dad. But God, if you were not an entertaining person. Sorry, but whenever I hear shopping carts, I just think of that story.
Man.
But no, we returned ours. It just spent.
We in quotation marks.
I mean, I was not. I tried to find solutions without having to take it in the first place.
I know, but.
Yeah. Anyways, so it got returned. However, the person who returned it might or might not have taken it on the tram to not have to push it the entire way back.
No one said anything.
Exactly.
Let's take the Steven excuse. No one said anything.
Yeah, but besides that, some housework, I got to clear out the basement, which was probably one of the last remaining things to officially have moved in, because the movers just put everything they found in the old basement, put it in the new basement without, I mean, they couldn't know which needed to be front, back, and whatnot. So yesterday I went down there, I took all the stuff out, I took all the boxes, everything, like lined it all up in this small hallway between the basement units, which was fun because one of the tenants of this house came by. Short explanation, our basement unit is in the building next door. Because that makes sense, because the building unit for our flat has been taken by somebody from that side next door. So obviously we got our building unit, basement unit in the neighboring building there. The fun when all three buildings are owned by the same manager.
The fucking Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, you would think they cross it at some point, but they didn't. And it doesn't. Yeah, so I will do my best that whenever something, and the evil thing is, in this direction plus our basement are connected by a door. This direction doesn't, so we actually have to go outside, over, through the main door, and back down. So I will do my best to if ever unit gets 3 in here, I will be like, dips! And move all the shit over here. I don't care.
Now all you need is for when you visit in November for me to give you back your booklet of CDs, and then you'll be officially there.
Yeah. But
it was the greatest thing that we realized after he went on the plane. And when I got back home, Brett was like, "Hey Chrissy, so I found something in the trunk." And it was just this giant thing of CDs. When we road trip to Vegas, Brett's thing doesn't have like an aux cable or something to put in Bluetooth, because his car is like 10 years old. So Max brought his jam tapes, CDs, and they're still here. And Brett refuses for me to put them in the actual thing to listen to. Because he's like, then I have to take it out of the trunk, and it doesn't fit in the glove compartment. Yeah, but I don't want to hear Elton John's greatest hits for the 50th fucking time.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but, so I guess we can move on to...
Yeah, but
move
yeah.
on to media.
Yeah. Basically, the big celebratory thing about with the basement was that in the context of the basement, we also have officially unpacked the last box. All the boxes from the moves are unpacked. They're in one big stack, and the mover company actually offered to take them off of us again. So, yeah. New cupboard, new desk, a kitchen, and...
That's awesome.
It is. Yeah. Move completed. Now all left is getting ferrets. But
Hooray.
yeah,
Congrats.
future stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Rigo.
let's Rigo, you're our guest. What is your media you want to talk about today?
Before we get to the media, I've been noticing the comments, and I just want to apologize because my friends are trying to get my attention, and they're typing in all caps in the comments below.
Our mods are not
And
happy
they're
with
giving me
it.
crap because
your friends apparently got timed out already. Oops.
oh no. They're giving me crap because I said that my life was boring because it's nothing but work. But obviously I
Oh.
still hang out with my friends.
Oops.
We play Fortnite, we chill, we video chat.
You too?
And
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god,
play
I'm glad I found
Fortnite,
another
and
Fortnite player.
It's fun.
So
It
we-
is like I started playing Fortnite with Derek and Gerber and stuff, and my friend Monsters. And the thing was, wanted to play it ironically, but Monsters is like, no, it's fun. It's like, okay, I'll see about. It is actually really fun. The memes
is.
are for good reason. Like, don't judge a book by its meme.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
We are sorry, Lady Melody of AM and Demon God Slayer.
You can
You're-
come back
Yeah.
soon.
You're welcome
All of
back.
them were
You're welcome back in 3 minutes when your timeout is over. Or
essentially because I said I had a boring life, I essentially called them boring, so they're
Yep.
just like giving me crap saying, "Oh, you
I
think
mean,
we're boring, huh?"
in
No,
hindsight-
I love my friends.
In hindsight, it's a very appropriate reaction. Theirs, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, at first it was just like people attacking the chat, and we weren't sure if they were friends or harassers. So
Or foes.
sorry.
But yes,
That's okay.
Rigo, what's
And
your
Moon
what's
too.
your
Moon's
media?
also in that group. I actually have two media. You already know the first one, but the second one's just something special. It's something I
my.
dug out of my archive from the Watchpony archive. I'll let you know what it is, but after I'll show you what it is because
Oh
I have
my.
a link. Yeah, it's literally a surprise I pulled right out last minute because it is actually Keyframe. Are you aware of the 60-second interview that I did with A&Y that's on
Yes.
the Watchpony channel?
Yes.
Yes. Did you know the original cuts, the raw footage, wasn't 60 seconds,
Was
but
like
in
5 or
fact
10
7 minutes?
7 minutes, yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
no! You uploaded the entire 7-minute ramble?
No, I did
Okay.
upload 7 minutes because that's also
Okay.
still too long. But I uploaded 1 minute of where
Uh-huh.
you answer just one question.
Oh no.
And I want to show that
Oh no.
live in this show, if that's okay.
That is
How long is it?
1
to
minute.
be-
1 minute.
Okay, if it's 1 minute,
Just 1 minute.
then
Yes.
it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to show you the whole 7 minutes.
But
Yeah,
he will keep this.
Go
yeah.
go ahead.
He will keep this as as blackmail material against me for a while longer, I guess. So okay, here's the thing.
I can't hear it.
I just want to say, since I can't share my audio with you guys, I will share it with the viewers, and we three need to basically click at the same time. Start. So
Okay.
you guys have it open?
Yeah, I have it open.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
3 words that best describe your good friend Keyframe.
3 words. Passionate. Always very, very passionate for sure.
Oh, God damn.
Highly
How long
talented
you
on
can
so
go on
many
one
levels. I mean,
question,
most
Maxie.
people know the art side of her talents, but she also does great acting and voice acting. She is a hell of a talented networker. I mean, that is probably something that a lot of people do not realize, that all the big achievements she got in relation to her art career are because she also networked like a master at the site. Sorry, I might have had it a little bit loud. At Pi Animations and DA
No, I
Games
said he
for
should have
just being
edited
there
it so
twiddling her own
so
little
it turned
task
into
pieces she
nighttime
uploads
as
on
the
DA
question
later
goes
on.
on.
No, she goes out, she talks to people.
That's why she is in charge of getting the guests for the AWKWARDcast, because she has a network and she knows how to talk to people. Two things I don't have.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
Well, thank
But
you for that.
I mean, like, the thing is, I'm not shocked. The only person that I think can compete with him with going on rambles is myself. I can go on rambles that go on way too long, as we've seen from every episode of this show.
I would love to do a 60 seconds with you, and that was originally the plan until every convention essentially. I mean,
Well,
that video was
2020,
from like 2 years
2022
ago.
will be a thing one day, and then we can do. I would love to do it.
Yes, that's what I hope. I hope to do more of those 60-second interviews because those are fun. It's really
They
good,
are.
just reconnect with friends like that. Plus, it was
But
the first
yeah.
time I actually had like a nice conversation with A&Y since I never really get to talk to him besides
A nice
The one time
conversation.
here, yeah.
here.
I don't. But yeah, what's your second media?
What was it?
The second media was the latest season of Infinity Train. Now I know you guys said you're watching it,
We
and
got
I'm not going
up
to spoil
to
anything.
the waiting in line cart. That is where we are right now.
But we haven't watched that one yet, I assume.
No, we watched it.
Wait,
I think we
okay.
watched it.
Waiting in
It's
line.
the one with the astronauts waiting in line.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we have watched
The
it.
one where Min-gi is being an utter asshole to Ryan the entire episode.
Because he
But
thinks he is...
that's
Pretty
how
much.
that's how far we've gotten. If that gives any indication, I think that's episode 4 or 5 of 10.
Yeah,
But
something
yes,
like that.
You,
But either
you
way,
just
like,
don't give spoilers about the finale, but we could talk about the in general stuff because I'm really liking book 4.
oh yeah, like every book just seems to get better for me personally, and that's why I'm still so disappointed that supposedly this is going to be the last season. And
For now.
Yeah, as we saw on Twitter, like Finish the Infinity Train became trending, and that should get HBO Max's attention so they could keep
It was
give them
number
what they
1
want.
for 6
'Cause I need to
hours.
finish
That is
this.
amazing.
Wow, that is pretty big.
Like in America, let me say this, and Owen said the same thing. It was trending for 6 hours on top of the NFL drafts. It beat football. But so we participated in finishing Infinity Train too, and I'm very happy that so many people came together because it reached over 300,000
Me too.
tweets.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I am in love with this show so much. I discovered this show when I was in the hospital last summer because I worked out my arms so much that I think it was my level of hemoglobins ended up like just swelling my arms so badly that I could not unbend them, but also like supposedly was too much potassium in my system for my kidney to process. So I
You
had
ate
to
too
be
many
in the hospital for
bananas,
like almost a
Rigo.
week.
Just because I say that all of us on
That's
the
what they
internet
told
have
me.
dumb
They told me I
monkey
couldn't
brains
eat
doesn't mean
bananas
for
for like
yourself
a
to
month.
poison yourself on monkey food. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Too much of anything is bad, even bananas.
Yup.
So I had to have an IV connected to my arms for like the past week. Yeah, it felt like 2 weeks to be honest. And that's when I discovered Infinity Train. I was watching the first 2 seasons on my phone, and then season 3 came out, and that was what kept me going the whole time. I was like, oh, I love this show so much. I love
So
1-1 and Alan Dracula and all the companions and everyone.
Amelia.
It was such a
But-
comforting show, but at the same time, like really makes me think, and that's what I love. I love when shows do that.
Yeah,
It's one of the best series
So
to
what-
come out in the 2010 to like
Yeah, I
this
mean-
last decade.
me being always very on top with the cartoon scene, and therefore I basically discovered I heard of this show when it was already only in its first season, so I was always very on top. Oh wait, I've confused myself with Keyframe. Keyframe introduced me to the show because she is always on top of cartoons, and
Yes, because I remember Infinity Train from the pilot they put on the Cartoon Network website around
Never
the
saw
time
it
that they
then.
also put out, when they put out the 12 Forever pilot. Rest in peace, 12 Forever, you cursed show. But I found that, and then they said that it was going to be made into a mini series, and I went to Max being like, we need to watch this. And we did, and then we started watching the second book when he was visiting for my birthday, and then we watched. This is the series that we have watched in tandem since the first season, and yeah, now we're watching book 4. But God, I love Ryan. I will. This is a Ryan appreciation land. I love him to bits. Maybe too much. I have a type. But yeah, Rigo, this is your media. What are you thinking of book 4?
Book 4, I think, is a really nice season because it shows dynamic. A lot of the previous seasons have their protagonist be on their own with the companion. But in this one, it's 2 protagonists. So they bounce off of each other and essentially learn lessons that others could not in the past. Not only that, but both of the protagonists are awesome characters. I relate to both of them because one half of me is very organized, is very future conscious, and another half of me is totally like creative, fun, wants to, just grab life by the balls and, do what I want to do instead of doing what I have to do. So it's really good having those two, like, when they meet and versus when they clash, because both instances are very, like very relatable.
Yeah. From the episodes we've watched, I think the second episode is my favorite with how they do that split screen for most of the episode. Like, that was really cool. Also, it's really funny watching Invincible at the same time and hearing J.K. Simmons be Omni-Man in Invincible, and then you hear J.K. Simmons be a giant pig baby in Infinity Train. It's just like,
Ah,
what? What is happening here? But yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
if you haven't watched Infinity Train yet, what's wrong with you? But who do you think would like Infinity Train, and who do you think wouldn't like it?
I think those that kind of like their more straightforward stuff, like people who like action animes because they want to see stuff blow up and people fight versus straightforward stuff. And those would be the ones that probably wouldn't like it because Infinity Train as a series took a little bit of time to warm up to, I feel. But if you are like, open-minded and you do like to, like settle in on things and, watch a few things before you get into it, or sorry, watch a few episodes before you get into it, this is totally up your alley because, it's one of those shows where you really do fall in love with every character. At first, I thought the little Belle character was annoying, but, like, she grows
How
on you. in the
dare
end.
you?
They
I
all do.
love Kez. Kez is precious, and I love her, and I
Trust
will
me,
protect
later
her.
on. No, I know that at first I did not, but now I'm on the same boat as you. She is indeed very precious. And probably my favorite companion of all the Infinity seasons.
It beats Atticus? How dare it beats Good Boy?
I'm sorry, but they're very close, and I think I have a little bit more than for Atticus for the little Belle. I'm just saying,
But yeah.
like, there's a lot in this book. Your guys are gonna love it. Like, it's gonna get really
Man.
good.
I guess the only other thing, like, I think people who wouldn't like it are people who don't like the anthology format because, that's the thing. there are rare occasions in this show where characters from previous books, like, there are a few constants of characters, but if you're like, man, I don't like the fact that I may never see this character again, like, then I think you may not enjoy it because it has a rotating protagonist roster. So, I guess that's the only other thing. Oh, yeah, do you have anything else to say about Infinity Train?
For me, just support the show because I really do want to see what they have in the end. Because even though every season is like its own isolated story, they are leading up to something new. I mean, in the very first episode, you see, oh crap, I can't believe I forgot her name.
Turner?
She's the woman with the incredibly long number. Now she's
Amelia.
working in the very beginning, like with the whole number assigning place. So sorry, it's I'm forgetting.
Her name is
everything right
Amelia.
now. But anyway, it's Amelia. Yes, she was in the very first like few. She was like in the first episode for a second, and you see her working side by side with the conductor. Like, how did that happen? You know, I want to finish her story arc. Like, is she good now? Her numbers are like, I don't see them anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I want like characters like her, characters like the cat. I still want to know about the cat, and characters like you know, the those claws in the picture, right? Hold on, right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
see,
so
that
much.
also
There's
plays
so
a
much to.
part
There's so
too.
much still need to be seen.
Yes.
So much loose ends that need to be, ended. Too many cliffhangers. I want to know what happens.
Don't we all?
But okay. So, Max, do you want to talk about your media?
Yes. Mine is surprisingly topical by being currently on Steam for a free weekend, which is actually how I got to play it. So, go away. No, I don't want to have audio. So,
we were all busy
I
with
don't
our
want to have
own.
audio. Jesus. Okay, so the name of this game is Orin Harvest. It is a real-time strategy game, like Command and Conquer style. And the thing is, I mean, it had I assume it's more diesel punk aesthetic because it's more grindy, dirty, and it's not really steampunk, which is more like playful and
More Victorian
exactly.
mixed.
But this is like, I mean,
Industrial.
this is literally like World War I or right after or something because they refer to it as the Great War. However, mechas. And so
World War Kaiju.
exactly. So I was when I first saw this pop up as announcements on Steam, I actually was interested and put it on my wish list. And now we are switching over into games graphics. Thank you. And yeah, as you can see, real-time strategy. It has a bunch of cover mechanics and the mechs, and the units even have weak spots from one side, which is probably standard nowadays. I don't know. The last RTS that I played after this, the newest one, was StarCraft 2, which I actually finished. But yeah, RTS was my first favorite video game genre back in the day with Command and Conquer. So I have a soft spot for RTS in general. So and I like the aesthetic of this one, so I went in there, and when there was a free weekend, I was like, okay, now give it a try. And what I can say about it is it seems to be mechanically really well done, very crafted. I made it to the fourth campaign in the first to fourth mission in the first campaign, where you have the where you get to build your first base and stuff. So I got to experience a little bit of all the elements. The sad thing is, I am not an RTS guy anymore. So this is complete critique on me and not on the game. I got my first battle, like the first bigger. The first campaign starts with you just sneaking around with foot units. So basically the worst missions of Command and Conquer, or the best, depends on how you are. Even so, you have your super unit, but even the super unit is pretty tame in compared to Tanya or whatever the other names of the characters were in the Command & Conquer series. But yeah, so and I got my first battle, and it was like I was surrounded, and I was just happy I played on not a strong difficulty. I didn't play complete baby. I went for the normal one, and it was an early
toddler.
mission. Yeah, I survived it, but more like thanks to it being an early mission. This kind of skirmish in a later mission, I would have been dead. So
Odie has a very intense opinion
Yes.
of you right now.
it's true. It's true. I'm not going to try to defend my gamer
Odie is
honor.
the big teenager who kicks the little Max off his tricycle.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I couldn't find a pause button or reduce the game speed like I was used from the good old RTS. So, yeah, I, as best as I can estimate, I would say it's a great real-time strategy game. I mean, if you watch one of the newer trailers, it gives you like 80s and 90s scores from all the magazines. It basically says the best RTS since StarCraft 2, which probably doesn't say too much because have there been any noteworthy RTS in the last decade? Anyways, and the aesthetic, I mean, the storyline has the cheese you would expect from it, the unintentional cheesiness. But overall, I would say, yeah, I mean, if you're fast enough, I'm not sure how long this free weekend lasts, especially for the YouTube upload. Sorry, guys, but if you're into RTS, give it a try. If you are like me, if your relationship, like mine, to RTS is mostly nostalgia, maybe it might actually be too difficult for you because it was for me. I gotta admit it. It's like too complex nowadays. I'm like, oh, too much. Back in my day, Command & Conquer, each unit had one attack and one attack only. Now they have multiple attacks. They all function differently and they need cover. This is too much for me. This is too much, man.
This
So,
says something
too
that I looked up
much.
RTS games to see if anything's really come out after StarCraft 2. And the first things I see is Age of Empires 2 and fucking Dune 2. Like when you're saying
Back
like
in my day,
Dune,
we had Age of Empire.
oh, and Dota 2. Wow, like oh no.
Oh well.
Oh no.
And apparently the free weekend ends in 3 minutes, so sorry for that tease. But yeah, check out the trailers, check out Let's Plays. If this is down your alley, I assume it's a great RTS. I will probably not continue playing it. Maybe I will check out a Let's Play myself because I like the aesthetic and the story and whatnot. But
You could see how a
aesthetic is
real
awesome.
person plays it.
it's not my game. It's not my game. However, after this, it's not my jam business. Let's talk about something that is somebody's jam. Keyframe, tell us about this little horrific monster roaming through the suburbs.
Ooh.
Okay, so I watched Arlo the Alligator Boy. It came out last week, and I actually was not expecting to like it as much as I was going to, because, you know, the promo pictures, the designs are fairly cute. I was like, this is very atypical. And it surpassed all my expectations. It is such a fantastic, cute little movie. I'm shocked looking at like the director and stuff's repertoire. They haven't done a lot, but kudos to the director because his hands were in basically everything. It was directed. He did the screenplay. He helped write some of the songs. He did a lot for the movie, which shows because the movie has a very consistent feel to it. But what is the movie about? The movie is about this little alligator boy named Arlo, who was born in New York City, but was put in a basket and floated all the way down to Louisiana and lived in the swamp. And that's revealed to him on his 15th birthday. And so he goes to New York to find his dad.
Oh.
And along the way, he meets a bunch of kooky characters, like a gigantus named Birdie, a little imp guy named Teeny Tiny Tony, a furball, like all these wacky characters. and it's a big old musical, and it's so like it achieves a lot of things that I don't see a lot in family animated movies. Like Arlo is this sweet, happy, like always positive character, and with children characters, it's very easy for that to become obnoxious. But Arlo's not. He's so kudos to the voice actor's performance of him, who has never acted before. He was an American Idol contestant before he did this. He got into the top 5 and was eliminated, which is not fair because this boy has the voice of a fucking angel. Like, Jesus Christ, he could sing.
Wow.
But he's just so genuinely wholesome that you care about him. So when Arlo is sad in the movie, you're like, I need to beat up whoever hurt his little heart. Like, because so many children characters who are always positive just feel fake, like artificial and fake, and that becomes obnoxious. But he's like, I guess I would equate it to Kimmy from Kimmy Schmidt. Like, always positive, but you don't hate him. Like, it's like, you're just like, man, you're refreshing. I need to protect you. And for a fairly big ensemble cast who don't have a lot of screen time with each other, I didn't dislike anyone. My favorite of the ensemble cast is that fish man, who is played by the conspiracy theorist from Stranger Things. And I love him because he acts like a traumatized escaped convict from the aquarium, and he's great. And he hates children. But he likes Arlo. And the animation is beautiful. The guy who did the person who did the animation direction actually worked on Wander Over Yonder and Star vs. the Forces of Evil and Mad, which totally makes sense for the art direction because it's very classical looking, very magazine. These look like characters I would see in Mad magazine.
Arlo even has the mad character, the mad figurehead's hair.
Yeah, and you know, very Wander-esque movements and stuff. And it's such a nice, it's a very simple story. I guess people could call it tropey, but to me, I don't mind movies that are tropey. Tropes are tropes for reasons. Tropes are not mutually exclusive with cliche to me. And as long as it tells its story well, I don't care what tropes it has. And I can appreciate a good simple story, and I think the thing that could make it like different from, say, Over the Moon, which I personally like, but I know people who disliked it because of the suspension of disbelief, and that's because I feel like Over the Moon didn't fully commit to the weirdness of that universe. Arlo completely does. Like, Arlo is a weird universe, sometimes has very Amphibia Owl House humor of it will just acknowledge something and move on. Like, it doesn't disregard how weird it is. And I appreciate something that fully commits. But the best thing about this movie, besides the animation, because the animation's fantastic, it was done by Titmouse, who animates for Mau Mau. I stan Titmouse till the day I die. Is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is probably one of the best soundtracks I've heard in an animated movie in a while. It's very poppy, but it's not egregious. Like, I would say, like, the Trolls movies are pop music done kind of cheesy and
Yeah.
but this one just sounds so good. It's very modern music, but it's just timeless in its way. Like, all the singers are fantastic. The soundtrack is just so my favorite song was the song from the clip, which is Better Life, done by Vincent Rodriguez III, who is on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, who doesn't sing a lot on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is very bad for a musical show, but God, he got to sing in this movie, and he fucking nails it. And, I mean, you can listen to each song in the soundtrack like separate singles. So they do move the plot forward, but they are good enough as their own songs, which is an achievement, because some musicals, you can't really listen to the songs without the narrative of the musical attached to it. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think you can listen to a Cats song and get the full experience of a song from Cats without the narrative of Cats.
Wait, there's a
Especially
narrative
since,
in Cats?
I mean, most of Cats is just them introducing themselves. But, point being, who do I recommend Arlo to and who do I don't? I want to say that the people who don't like fun would not like Arlo, but that's what I default to with everything I like.
It's true.
I think people that really like that really like more straightforward narratives, maybe people that want to go more serious fare with their movies, even if they're animated, may
like
not
me.
enjoy Arlo.
I don't.
But if
I
you
don't.
like something lighthearted,
No.
you would really enjoy it. It does have its emotional moments. Like,
Gross.
one of its musical numbers is actually one of the saddest songs I've heard in an animated musical. But, if you just like something that's like almost feels like Music Man, that classic Broadway feel of just like this light fare, you would really like Arlo. Also, if you appreciate good animation, you would like Arlo. I feel like people should just give it a chance. I know the art style and some of the character designs may turn some people off because they're like, this looks kind of preschool, but it definitely is not in how it is made. And I know some people are like, it feels like a TV pilot. It's one hell of a fucking pilot, then. It has a great first impression, and they are making a series about Arlo that's coming out later this year called I Heart Arlo, and I will be watching it. I really hope it's still a musical, because
also
God,
on Netflix?
Also on Netflix, yes. So if this is just a pilot to you people, I mean, Return of Jafar was a pilot back in the day, and I didn't hear any of you people complaining. So yeah, I really recommend everyone give Arlo a chance. I know that to me, Netflix is becoming the purveyor of fantastic animated movies. I mean, Mitchells and Machines came out on Friday, and I will be watching it tomorrow. Support more 2D animated films. That is also the big thing, please.
Yeah, like Mitchells and the Machines. Oh, wait.
No, Mitchells and the Machines takes a lot from 2D, because Lord and Miller are gods among men. But please, give Arlo a chance. If anything, give it a chance. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but I think you can respect the movie, even if it's not your fare. So, yeah. Arlo.
Yeah.
I definitely will.
Arlo.
I have so much more faith in Netflix animation ever since I saw Kid Cosmic.
Oh yeah, Kid Cosmic's
that
so
show
good.
was really good for me too.
I can't wait for season 2. They greenlit a season 2, and I'm so happy.
Time
I
to
guess
get the Infinity Train onto Netflix.
honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. If Owl House would be on Netflix, the show would be over with 6 seasons already finished.
Oh,
That's true. I mean,
That's
to be
true.
fair, the reason why Owl House is delayed is because they have to work on it during lockdown.
Yes, that's. I mean, under those circumstances, I am in favor of a delay. So let's
Yeah,
put it
I mean,
like that.
I mean, with the Amphibia finale, apparently they started work on it when lockdown began, and apparently Olin said he finished recording the last episode of Final Space like only a couple months ago. I feel so. What are these fucking deadlines that networks are putting these poor people through?
But by the way, Amphibia show or season finale?
Season finale.
Ah, okay.
So I just respect animation. These people work hard for you. You eat everything on your fucking plate. But yeah, so let's get into the Q&A.
But before that, I probably should give a little bit a word of explanation to this week's Art of the Week. All 3 pieces done by Noisy Paper Dragon. So this is an ongoing narrative which is still taking place in my Discord server, link down below, entry for free. And so the thing is, I believe maybe the triggering point was that I named myself Lord Emperor Fur Noodle. and then a movement to overthrow the emperor started, and for some reason people were like, get out the fish and beat him with fish, which is where the first image came from.
What is this LARPing that you people have been doing? Like what?
I don't know. So they overthrew me with fish. Then the next thing was like, okay, he is now incarcerated. He is our prisoner now, and for some reason at this point, around this time I showed Noisy the image drawn by Grey Silvermane of me in the Princess Leia outfit, and Noisy loved the outfit and therefore draw me imprisoned in this outfit. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm loving this. I'm rocking this outfit. A little bit of chains don't bother me, and I'm Cat to launch here on my cushion. Where they were like, no, okay, he's enjoying this. Shit, we need to do worse. So they put me into this sarcophagus-shaped prison from Boomy from Avatar.
Joke's on you, I'm into this shit.
Exactly. And yeah, we by now moved those shenanigans from the main hall into the role-playing channel, but yeah, it's still ongoing, and who knows, maybe this art aspect of it will maybe continue as well. We will see, only future can tell. Noisy Paper Dragon right there in the chat. Yeah.
The whole, when you made yourself Emperor Fernoodle, that's why I changed my name, and you know what, I'm perfectly fine with
Mistress
this
of
development.
Minx or...
Maiden. I am the maiden of Minx, thank you very much, and you know what, I'll give myself a promotion. because you know, people will stan a mink, the apex predator, compared to your inferior little slinky of a creature. Anyways, can we get to the question?
Yes, please.
This is fucking chaos. Okay. So I think we got one on Twitter from our good old J-Rock.
Very most likely. Let me check. Yes, there we go. J-Rock, as always, holding down the fort. Would you rather adopt Courage, the cowardly dog, or Gary the snail?
Ooh,
Rigo,
that's a good question.
What about you?
Yeah, Rigo, what about
Well,
Courage.
I had
Courage, the
I had a
cowardly
lot of
dog.
time to think about it.
Okay, yeah, because you saw the question before.
Because we had 2 weeks to think, because the last time it got canceled. So yeah, we got 2 weeks to think about it.
And let me tell you,
I
Max
think my
probably
answer
haven't thought
still
about this
sticks.
question since then.
Of course not.
My vote is with Courage. I would adopt Courage, not just because, you know, dogs are the bomb, but because Courage literally saves the day. He is a stronger, braver person than I will ever be, because he is scared shitless all the time, and he doesn't let that bother him. He still gets the job done.
It's true.
Whether
That's
he
true,
has
but
to
let me
like
make an argument
play
against
table
you.
tennis with evil ducks.
Yeah, let me make an argument
okay.
against you. Yeah, Courage saves the day, but also Courage is a magnet for eldritch creatures that come every week that threaten the universe, either by being aliens that want to like fucking dissect a person, or evil chickens, or fucking movie directors rising from the dead. Of course he can save the day, because he has to be the one to clean it up. So your life would infinitely get worse.
So you are saying you are going to adopt Gary?
Yes, because he's a snail who acts like a cat. So that means I can have all the benefits of a cat without having an allergic reaction, because I'm allergic to cats. Also, yes, Gary acts like a cat. His only line is meow. I mean, like, I would have to deal with the slime problem, but you know what? That's manageable. Dogs piss and shit everywhere, so. Well, you know what? I think I can deal with that. My friend Sophie, who designs wonderful pins, everyone should go support her. She made the charity pins. She owns 2 snails, and one of them is named Gary. So I'll just steal her snail.
Well, Yeah,
But what about you,
You
Max?
do that, I'll get a dog and name him Courage.
Yeah, you see, after Rigo's answer, I kind of expected this to be a unanimous vote. But then you actually picked the snail. So yeah, I'm going with courage, because yeah, I mean, Gary is just like, it's a snail. He says meow, and besides that, he just exists. I want an animal
And
to
eats.
interact with, and this is where courage simply wins. And
I mean,
the
Courage
el-
can talk. Also, he's a little pink beagle. I mean, someone has to have the contrarian answer, but I do love Courage. He's a good boy.
I love Gary too. They're both awesome candidates. You know.
Though I will say, as someone who's watched all of Courage and grew up with Courage, which explains so much about my taste in movies and horror, he did once
here.
his two owners got turned into puppets, which essentially were corpses. He did start playing with them and pretending that they were still
Yeah.
real.
Oh,
Which was
yeah, that's
originally
true.
the series finale of this show, I will
Whoopsie.
remind you people. So let's just say when you die, instead of him eating your corpse, he may turn it into a puppet.
I'm
Just
okay
so you
with that.
know.
Oh, okay, so this means
Well,
I
I'll
can
be dead, so.
yeah, and I mean, I can continue doing this show even after my death. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, in all honesty, it's kind of like humbling to that you know,
Hello and welcome.
even after you're gone, he still
Hello and
wants you to
welcome
stay.
to the
you know?
awkward cast. A&Y and Keyframe wonder about random dribble.
How soon do you think you're gonna die that we're still doing the podcast? At that
that's-
point, we'll just be Futurama
50
heads
years later,
doing the
we got
podcast.
Rigo a third time.
Oh, and your internet's still shit.
But yeah, should we move on to the next question?
Yes, yeah. Let's move on. This show has gone on so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh, now that we talked about the posted art, searching for traders question actually starts making sense.
Okay, so I guess this works with your fucking role play. So to ask for the third time. So since people want you to answer this, I will post the question again to make your life a little easier. Okay, ask awkward. Assuming you get dethroned, do you cooperate with the people to be safe? Don't cooperate and end up being chained to a peg, getting cuddled by... What the fuck is that torture? What kind of eyes wide shut shit is this? Or try to get back the crown. I'm just going to end it with getting chained to a peg because I don't like the weird implication with that last part. And I guess we can reformat this so me and Rigo can answer. Max, you can pick your fucking roleplay answer. I guess, Rigo, if you and I were rulers of our own nations and someone tries to dethrone you, what would be your actions afterward? Would you try to stop the uprising or would you cooperate?
Cooperate, being chained to a peg and tortured, or try to
Start an uprising.
and get the crown back.
Huh. Damn, well.
He didn't
I don't know,
expect this to become so serious so quickly.
Yeah, thanks, Trader.
I don't know. I would have to go the uprising routes, you know, because if I was a leader in the past, I don't want to go down without a fight. You know?
A captain goes down
I
with
gotta
his ship,
try,
I guess.
you know, die trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I would do is that I would take my inner knowledge and, you know, become a rogue and gain. Like, I have a plan for this because I have a plan for everything.
Oh.
I would leave my kingdom temporarily as it goes into discourse, because I just imagine a fucking French Revolution situation where they keep rotating like rulers like a fucking turnstile door at a mall and doesn't know how to lead. But I will become a rogue, saving people from random nations to join my cause. And then I will not only have the trust of people from multiple kingdoms with multiple different skill sets to bring back my throne, I would also have people with connections to other places. So it's all about networking. Because if we know anything about me, my networking is my best strength. And that will be a very good strength to me in medieval times. So that's my choice. But what about you? You already had your kingdom taken.
So this was basically just like Rigo answers C. You fight back.
Yes, but my plan is more detailed.
Yeah. My answer is obviously
I didn't know that was an option.
My answer is obviously the one that I have been telling them the entire time, but they are like, oh no, he will kill us if he ever gets free. And I'm like, no, getting dethroned is the best thing ever. No more responsibility.
That's basically what you did in your real life job.
Exactly. No more responsibility. Just hanging out there, looking splendid, having them to feed me because I'm a prisoner. It's like
okay, and also I'm gonna expose a big truth to your chat people. Because you fucking idiots. Do you realize he's not a king? He's a god. He made the server. He is the one that acknowledges your birthdays. He's the one who can kick you out and change all your names in a second with the snap of his fucking little fingies. You people think that you're overtaking him and holding him prisoner like he's a mere mortal. You fucking morons. He's resting in Olympus and the body you have trapped is just a conduit for his will. you morons. All the other mods are just demigods compared to him.
Well,
there you go. I am way too committed to this bit for someone who has not contributed to this stupid D&D campaign you made in your server.
I think you can always unmute the roleplay channel.
No, I don't think.
Currently turned into food porn for some reason.
Of course it did. Look, I mean, maybe I'm inviting this by crowning myself Empress of the Minx. I don't know. We'll see what happens because they could still tag me.
You just want fan art by Noisy featuring Tempra.
I mean, they make it for me. I forget. They make it for me either way. I don't need to ask. Also, I would commission them instead. Because I would support any artist. Doi.
Yes.
And anyways, next question.
Just one thing. Liebe Stern, you do know what food porn means, right? It is not actual porn including food.
It's just nice looking. Anyways, gee.
You have been you have posted most of the food porn yourself, girl.
Also,
in all honesty, it is weird how porn is used to describe like a lot of something, like earth porn and art porn, and like so many subreddits are called blank porn just to emphasize of like how good it is. I still find that very weird.
Me too. But yeah. Next.
Sorry. I was just checking other things and I saw the art featuring A&Y and Co. and it just makes me happy that the gift I got you was the first piece of fan art in there. Yeah. Anyways, back to the questions.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Okay. Fuck Disney says great name. I'm also just scrolling up quickly to see if anyone asked questions from before that.
He must have changed it to fuck Disney specifically for what we talked about earlier.
I mean, it's a good. I would change it to fuck net. I would just say fuck network television, but
very true.
Okay, smashing things is fun. What's y'all's favorite cathartic activity? Shitting on network television. But no, I. Here's the thing. What's the real definition of catharsis? Because I guess like. Because some people get catharsis from playing a violent video game or or do, because to me, I don't know if I seek more cathartic activities or if I seek more turning off my brain, which I guess is not mutually exclusive, but I don't know. I guess maybe working out is cathartic because
Can
if
be
I'm
very
getting
much so, yeah.
because when I'm really anxious, I tend to be like, okay, I need to go to the gym, and then using up that amount of energy usually turns the anxiety fueled endorphins into positive endorphins. But also, Leave changed their name to Murder Ferrets. I'm angry. I don't support that. Do not murder ferrets. Just murder this ferret. Okay, but yeah, I guess I'll
yeah.
default to working out. I guess that's mine.
Definition: providing psychological relief through the open expression of strong emotions, causing catharsis. Okay.
Yeah, so
Crying
I guess
is
like
a cathartic relief is their example.
I don't
sentence.
like crying. I
Yeah,
just
I just
do
like-
it often.
yeah.
Like, actually, you know what? If we're going to go with that, I know my cathartic
No, but
activity.
workout actually
I
sounds
have-
fitting. But
I
no,
mean, workout is good, but if we're talking about like something like crying, like strong emotion, because I don't know if I feel strong emotion at the gym. I just feel physical exertion. I watch Homeward Bound because that movie, no matter what, will make me cry.
I mean, yeah,
'Cause
it
as soon-
loosens something up. That's, I believe, what catharsis is meant
yeah,
in this
so
context.
if I need something to break the dam of my repressed emotions, because I will do that, I'm like a fucking genie bottle. Just put on Homeward Bound, start playing that music that plays where Shadow comes over the fucking mountain and is like, Peter, as when he's limping to him, and I'll start fucking crying like a baby. So there we go. That's mine. Watching Homeward Bound.
But yeah, Rigo, what about you? Your cathartic experience.
My would have to be the jacuzzi. I'm very lucky that
just
in my living complex, I get to soak in a jacuzzi because similar to crying, sweating actually gets my gives me like relief. It gives me like release and things like that. I don't know why, but it kind of similar to like what Keyframe was saying about working out. For me, I like working out in terms of cardio, sweating, getting a really good sweat. Even if my shirt is like soaking in the end, I look at that and I'm like, like oddly satisfied. I'm like, yes, I feel so much better. I feel like 10 pounds lighter, even though I just, just essentially just, just soaking in sweat. But anyways, yes, the jacuzzi is a great place because I get to relax. I don't have to, work out excessively, but I just stay there. I could even put on my headphones, listen to some Buddha bar, and I am just in a totally different world. And by the time it's over, I'm like, oh, good. And sometimes it goes too far to the point of where I stay too long in the jacuzzi and I end up like feeling like I'm passing out. So I always bring plenty of like water, Gatorade, anything to rehydrate myself, because like sometimes I overdo it. But that's my go-to whenever I have to release or whenever I have to just escape. That's my escape, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I guess for me, if we go for an active one, it would. I mean, that's always the thing. Like, physical activity often is for a lot of people has this effect. So for me, it was clearly when the weather is nice, riding the bike, and I also got some stuff worked out by it because I ride like very fast.
You fucking go like a speed demon.
It's very true. But yeah, if I go more for a meditative kind of catharsis, like comparing to the jacuzzi, it might actually just be puzzling, like
Puzzling
jigsaw.
is a good one.
Yeah, like jigsaw, like really getting. If my old man bag would not start becoming an issue. Nowadays I need to actually sit down while puzzling. Jesus, what's happening? But no,
You don't sit down while puzzling? I do that. I sit on the floor. I sit on the floor with my back against the couch and do it because I don't want. I already have a fucking old lady back.
Yeah, but it's a giant. It's the puzzle is as big as basically my dining table. You remember that one? So you actually
Yeah.
to reach the other end, I need to lean over it. So
That's true. I mean, I'm kind
Yeah.
of scared that Luna puzzle you encouraged me to get is bigger than the coffee table, so
Oops.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. But okay,
Uh-oh.
puzzling.
yeah.
So we didn't have a lot of questions today outside of role playing Catharsis. So I guess we go to Rigo's favorite part of the
Oh, yes,
show that
but-
he's been waiting 2 years to do.
But we have good news for you because we have male and female answers again. So
Oh.
you don't
Yeah.
have to go. I honestly don't know what your preferred direction is, but whatever it is, you don't have to go against it.
Okay, so Magical Dude asks, life is like a hurricane. Well, was since the show ended, but we'll always have the memories, especially now that it's all available on Disney Plus. Anyways, fuck, marry, kill Ducktales Villains. Flintheart Glomgold, Magica Dispel, and Mark Beeks. I was gonna go Donald Della and Scrooge, but that wouldn't be as fun as seeing you justify villains. Also, can the guests go last if possible?
Wait.
Remember, be smarter than the smarties, stronger than the strongest, and sharper than the sharpies.
I mean,
No, we are not letting the guests go
Yeah,
last
I just
because
want to say-
that's not our repertoire.
Also, it has the problem that then the guest needs to wrap his brain around how to fill in the remaining open answer. So, yeah, guest.
Who
Sorry,
went-
guest
who
goes
went,
first.
Who went last time? Was it me?
I'm not
I think
sure.
it was me.
I think
so you go last this time. But yes, Rigo.
Okay,
You have Flint, Magica, and Mark Beeks. Please tell us who's going to be your canoodle, your forever noodle, and killing.
Is Mark Beeks a new creation
Mark
for
Beeks-
the reboot, or did he exist before?
I think he was a new creation for the
Okay.
reboot.
Hold up. I'm looking up these characters just so I could get them fresh in my memory because
okay.
it's been a while since I saw DuckTales.
Mark
so
Beeks is evil Tim Cook.
CEO.
Yeah.
Flint Magica, Mark Beeks, and who's the last one?
Flintheart Glomgold, the small duck
The
that
other
keeps trying to compete with Scrooge.
The other Scottish duck.
Scottish, yeah.
Mark back. All right. Well, thankfully, that makes it an easy kill because that guy can get pretty annoying.
That's true.
Not gonna lie.
So
And,
Flint is
so
already dead. Okay.
Yeah, he's
That
already
was easy,
dead.
that
Just
was easy.
already.
But
This is actually like one of the easiest ones. This, the fuck. Believe it or not, I'm actually gonna go with Magica because that one's just a like a hit and quit, whereas the other dude, he's rich, you know.
Damn it! You took the gold digger answer. No.
Damn it! And you get to go next because otherwise I could have.
Hey,
Yeah.
you have to be sharper than the Sharpies. You know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
DuckTales. You have to be smart.
Yeah.
You have to be sharp, and you have to be tough.
Everybody, okay, that
sometimes
was-
you gotta go dig.
That was an easy one. I mean, so Key, since you said that I have to go last, will you actually go for the other gold digger answer?
Do I have dignity? That's the real question here.
I mean, you got to marry or to go to fuck him. So killing
See,
is
here's the
already
thing.
all.
I wasn't going to marry Mark Beeks for his money. I was going to marry Mark Beeks because I know inevitably he'll do something that makes Gizmo Duck have to come, and then I would try to steal the heart of Gizmo Duck because then I could be with Fenton. That it would be part of my long game.
Damn.
But I
That's a
simp Fenton.
plan.
I know,
but
but
yeah.
That is quite a plan.
it is.
That is a plan. Okay. I bet I could spin that to still be Glomgold because Glomgold still does villainous things that Gizmo Duck would have to go to. Plus, he's rich. Okay. So, I'm gonna fuck Mark Beeks. Because you know what? He's not bad looking, he's just an asshole.
He's your type.
He's probably gonna post about it on social
my
media,
type.
though.
Like, you know what? Yeah, I see it.
Lengthy asshole.
He is, and you know what? I kind of like him anyways. I think I'm one of the few people that actually likes Mark Beeks. But yeah, so I'll do that. I'll hit it and quit it. Then I'll, you know what?
You're killing Magica.
I'm killing Magic. You know what? She was such an abusive piece of shit to her creation. That you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with killing her. Plus, maybe then I could get her magic amulet, which would help me when I marry Glomgold, because maybe I could use the magic to turn Glomgold handsome. I can shape-shift him into Fenton.
Didn't think of.
That would make life a lot easier.
It's true.
So there you go. I eventually get everything I want.
Lovely.
Lovely.
So-
But
Take
now
all
it's
three
your
of them.
turn, Max.
So, I apparently have to kill
You
Mark
actually get the
Beeks.
best Mary option, I think.
I guess, but then again, I have a pretty horrible fuck option, so...
I mean, things have to balance out somehow.
Yeah, and I'm not too happy about my kill. So yeah, I guess I kill Mark Beeks, because he is basically the incarnation of bad tech companies in the world, and therefore I'm totally setting a symbol by kill the incarnation.
Make sure you can kill him though, because he's a robot, or he could be a robot.
I mean, he
How's
could-
that Google? How's that Google Pixel coming for you? You know.
Exactly. No, but yeah, so totally symbolic gesture why I kill him. Then
You
well,
sound so excited
I know,
for your
I know.
next
I think I did.
answers.
No. I mean, this answer was also already not exciting. No, Magica is a marriage. I can work with. I mean, goth chick can do magic. Sure, she will
Voiced
try.
by a Doctor Who companion.
I wasn't even aware. But yeah, she probably has her nefarious things going on there, trying to magic people up and steal dimes and.
But you know, that's just her 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Who knows? I mean, maybe in the evening she comes home and it's like, I don't even know what accent she had. But she's coming home like, damn you, Scrooge. Let's watch some Netflix and open a bottle of wine. Cool, let's do this, babe. I can work with it. I can totally
yeah,
work with
and
it.
now, but what about your fucking? Speaking of bottles of wine, you'll have to consume before doing
Yes,
this.
that is very true. Glumgold.
How thick do the beer goggles
Glumgold.
have to be?
Fucking Glumgold.
He's gonna be heavy.
Yes.
Yes. It's a thing that apparently is happening.
Now here's the thing: are you the top or the bottom in this situation?
I don't really.
I mean, in both options, maybe you don't have to look at him.
That's true.
Also, we know what ducks look like downstairs because of anatomically correct ducktail, so I don't know if you
Woo.
want to be the bottom in that case.
Yeah. I.
Oh damn. Thank you
well.
for bringing that.
The memory
No
back.
problem.
Like,
I
reminded
get
me of
no.
that.
It's his fault because he made me watch it.
It's true.
Karma's a bitch, man.
Yeah. So how did
Come on,
that?
you have to.
Oh.
You have to give a reason.
I can probably kind of find a way to play it that I then get something related to Scrooge. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. You could have just pulled what I pulled, and you're married to Magica. You could just make Magica make him a female or something.
But would it still be basically Glumgold, but Rule 34? Rule 65? No, wait.
What
which
if
is the rule?
Rule 63.
63.
But what
that
if
one.
but what if Magica could essentially just make the Bowsette crown and make him hot?
Now we are
Oh.
talking.
Chrissy saving the day once again. Oh no.
Damn,
I
you are
don't-
too good at this game. I
No,
swear.
we've been doing it for how many years?
Oh, why?
But
We started-
noisy, my friend. Noisy, I see you. Follow me on this. Glomette. You have the power, you have the skill. Will you be willing to use it for evil? I'm counting on you. My fellow
No
furry.
pressure. No
I need
pressure
it.
at all.
Please put it on Twitter. Tag Watchpony, because I'm sure he
only
wants to
watch,
see it.
only, take only watch
Only
Pony.
watch
We will-
Pony. Don't show us.
No.
Noisy. You know, how did that make you
Bye.
feel, Rigo, knowing what's in your future?
I don't know how to feel. I'm scared.
Would you say you feel
and I want
awkward?
yes, I do feel awkward. Thank you for
Chrissy once
felt
again
this in a while.
saves the
Thank you.
day.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. It's the awkward. Artwork and analysis, which you do not want to miss on awkward.